Is this still going to my Twitch though? That's the question. Hopefully it's not. That'd be a little awkward. Okay, it's not. Let's confirm, chat. We got the YouTube pulled up correctly. YouTube Studio. Content. Perfect. Alrighty. Video link. Chat, let me know if the sound is too loud and we will fucking tweak with it, you know, baby. We should be cooking though. All right, let me pop this shit out. Let me see if we can get Sixless maybe or someone in here. We got another head to watch the games. I know Fate was asking. Premier Division, bro. That always has such a nice ring to it. PUBG Mobile. Esports NA. Let me shamelessly plug the Viewerparty thing Clint sent me. Files. Downloads. Perfect. God, we are at season 8, bro. That is fucking crazy to me. So like and subscribe, gamers. Yeah, what's good, Knox? Sorry, we're getting all the fucking socials put out right now. I know they probably did one for Insta, I think, for me. Knox, bro, are you playing in this or what? Are we cooking? You're the man himself that says, I'll be saying your name on broadcast. Okay, I need to save this thumbnail to my phone so I can make this post with these. Finally, no stream delay. Okay, so obviously we're not on stream delay, but the feed itself is 15-minute delay. So it's not really going to start the games for another at least 10 to 12 minutes. They're not going to be able to kind of... Sorry, yeah, no, we're gonna try to get someone in here to join me with the viewer party. Should have seen Red Eyes. Did Red Eyes have a bad delay? Listen, Knox, Red Eyes was probably super delayed because he had to do all of like that control invitational that we did, him and I. He had all of the computer stuff done through his PC. Also, let me know if the what's it called? Let me know if the sound is coming through well. It looks like my sound is coming through twice. which I'm not sure why that is. Maybe I just mute my desktop audio. I don't want you guys to have double sound. Let me go to my Instagram. Sounds amazing. Okay, good. Let me know if it's still good or not. Yeah, no, so we're supposed to be having all the games. I forget if it's 5 or 6. Game started, gotta go. All right, good luck, soldier. We will be watching you under the microscope. You know how it be. You know how it be in these tournaments. No one getting to pass, especially from me. Let me full screen this Johnny. Let me make the post real quick. Boom. Post. Next. Day 3 out of 4 for the Titan series. GG. Premier Division Qualifiers. Happening right now. Our top NA teams battling it out to stay on top and move on to grand finals in hopes of making it to PMSL Americas. Titan series, and then we'll add PUBG Mobile Esports NA, and then just PUBG Mobile. Perfect. Perfectly balanced, chat, as all things should be. Okay. Look at this hashtag PUBG Mobile. They're doing a remake. I'm not surprised. But then again, you gotta always make sure they do it right, you know. Mobile esports. Mazexus got kicked out. See, now it's funny because I always felt that was like an internet or like I think like a lag issue, like with someone's device, because I personally never got kicked out of rooms when I competed. But I knew people that would have it like super often. I think that was just because their internet was not the best. So when they'd load, it would like be super spotty on and off. PUBG Mobile Esports. Let's make sure we get the hashtags, of course. You know me. Yo, it's good, Red Eyes. We're cooking, of course. Making the post. You know how it is. I gotta act like I know how to read and write or something. Oh, W, they made the post as well just now on theirs. Perfect. Ooh, PUBG Mobile Esports. 100% their Wi-Fi, just not having people using VPNs too. Well, you shouldn't be using a VPN, of course, right? How's it going? We're chilling for the most part. We were kind of getting a little stressed, Red Eyes, because we had our like internet router and modem updated this morning, and I went over and I'm like, hey man, like I was thinking to myself like, oh, I got to change my Ethernet cord from the old router to the new one. But the problem is there's 2 Ethernet ports and one of them is used to get the internet for the router. So my twin and I both use a computer, and I was like, oh shit, man, like I'm gonna need the fucking I'm gonna need the cord. Never say you should, but hell people be doing that. Yeah, it's just the unfortunate thing, right? Now I lived in Cali for a good bit before I like kind of did the rest of my stuff like in Vegas and stuff. It was kind of like on and off, but luckily for me, like I never had to use a fan. I had a nice case that wouldn't overheat my phone, and I was able to kind of like chill for the most part. What's good, Melody? Yeah, no, luckily Red Eye's my twin. I called him like, when are you gonna be back? He's like, oh, I probably won't be back for a few hours. I'm like, okay, because this is a situation and I need the cord, basically. Even though we both have a cord, only one of ours could be plugged in, you know, so. You should see how many people are going to get banned in the Challenger division. Okay, now that, listen, I don't want to be that guy, but like, I know Clint's listening. Hey man, I don't know if you can give me those statistics, but that would be fucking hilarious. At least for the viewer party. I don't mind like not talking about it when it's like our official broadcast, right? But for the viewer party, if you'd be able to, you don't even have to give me the names. Just tell me like an X amount of people, you know, that get banned from like the Challenger division. Let's go dark. Okay, that's a good one. Okay, chat. We'll probably bring it up because there was a remake. We'll bring it up on what teams we're rooting for, because obviously they're probably going to show. And then after that, we'll see the match results and overalls. So at that point, we'll see who's kind of near the top. Let's get small, man. We'll see kind of who's around where. But I think there's a lot of teams, especially with, if you watch the Control Invitational, that's what we're kind of wanting to expect, right? Yo, it's good, Enigma. Big fan since EFC. Now that, hey, shout out to you, brother, man. Only real ones know. Only the real grinders know about EFC. Appreciate it, though, Chief. Yeah, no, it's funny because a lot of people should list who's not making it. Well, gosh, what is it? I think, Nox, you're going to have to confirm this for me. Isn't it like bottom 5 or bottom 6 from Premier Division Finals get relegated down into the Challenger Finals? So we need to see, because we obviously, you know, these people get bonus points for first and stuff like that. But I'm more interested in knowing who's going to get relegated down, because Shredder and Paul, like Dauntless, I think as well, they didn't perform that well in the Control Invitational. I'm interested in seeing how they are. Yo, it's good, man. You are. We cooking or what? One team is not making it. Okay, so we still have a bit of like 5 teams, you know. And are we playing 5 or 6 games today? Nox, yo, let's get Kayla. This man Valak messaged me and he said, we're gonna be here till midnight, pal. And I said, fuck you, buddy, I'm West Coast. Red Eyes and I are chilling. They have all been 4. Okay, 4 games isn't that bad then. I thought we were actually gonna be here. Enigma is so bot. Leon, what's your team? Give me the team name you're on. Nox, you probably know which team this fraud is on. If you're not top 3, Leon, I'm calling you a fraud. I'm calling you a fraud from the bottom of my heart. CBK ban? Maybe. I'm not sure. We're not really gonna, obviously most of the premier teams that we won't be having anyone getting banned or stuff like that, I think. But for the challenger stuff, that's a different kind of thing. Yo, it's good, Sexflix. Leon is SON. Oh no. Oh no. I think Valak's been touching Enigma. That's an interesting way of putting it. What do you mean by that, bud? Also, do you think we should like zoom the camera out, chat? What are we wanting? Yo, it's good, Flip. Yo, it's good only. Leon, if you're not top 5, then you're a fraud. You need to lock in. Listen, guys. I get it. We do the viewer parties with 6less, right? But we gotta reel it in sometimes, you know. We got to keep it somewhat professional here on the YouTube broadcast, especially if they put me up on the Instas. Gonna keep tab, have fun, brother. Thank you, Chief. Yeah, no, we'll be chilling here for the most part. I honestly might hit you up if you want to join if I can't get anyone in here, but I'm not sure what your night's looking like here for the most part. Chat, like, does anyone even do YouTube descriptions? I know my shit's horrible showing like a restream, whatever. I could change it right now. PUBG Mobile. Yeah, thank you, Chief. Appreciate it. I think that was my, like, let's see here. God, what was that? That was my alert going off, I think, but it's behind my whatever. Shout out to whoever just... Oh, it was Red Eyes that just said. Red Eyes, my goat. Hold up. Let me fucking put it up here. Okay. It'll probably appear now on broadcast. I don't mind it showing on broadcast. DBK getting banned? No, it's just someone said that. I doubt they are, but you never know, right? I'm on CVK. I can't get banned, buddy. It's already over. You're gonna end up like Tense or whatever, where one of his teammates was like account sharing, and even though he didn't play like a game or something, it's just like whatever. How long before first game? If Nox says he's leaving, it is 15 minutes after that. So the game hasn't even started yet. The game, and we're on a 15-minute delay. So if you need to go get some snacks, some drinks, you need to play a chess game before the first match, you've got time. Yeah, Sax, thank you for the sub, Chief. Appreciate it. Okay, that's perfect. Yeah, I'm fine with that being there. Hopefully they don't mind it. Just started, yeah? Okay, W. Yep, first game is 15 minutes exactly. We definitely have a few gamers in here from the quals. So when they leave, or when they say it like they are right now, 15 minutes after that. So right now it's 4:16. Be back to like 25, 26. And we'll be cooking. Let me see if they have scores anywhere. I'm not sure. I probably can't show it, but been some time. As soon as you said Flip, I thought you meant like Mr. Flip, you know? Okay, now who here a real one who used to watch Mr. Flip casting snap scrims? That was, man, take me back to those days, you know? Those were the times to be alive, right? Because that man, chat, you gotta realize the amount of effort that Flip put into that. He was doing that like low budget, like he was pulling, you know, Bella's iPad to do it, and like was rocking a beater laptop that was like running on all 4 cylinders just to show the broadcast. And he was doing that 7 days of the week, you know, and he was the shit, man. He had replays going with the foot pedal. He was doing it all, which I'm happy now he works with AMG doing a lot of the observing stuff. But man, bro, like back in the day, we all loved Mr. Flip, bro. Every top tier 1 player was like, fuck yeah, bro, get his ass in there. Alright, but chat, bro, you missed it. In PMCI, we had some gamers. And I'm pretty sure now, actually, which might be a little concerning for our NA boys, to say the least, is I'm pretty sure we have a lot of roster swaps going on. So we're kind of over here, like, I'm needing to see what the what the teams are looking like now, you know. Where did Polo go? The GOAT? Fucking Slicky? He's in the military now, bro. I think he's in like the army or the Marines, but I know he went to some sort of boot camp, you know. Who's best team in challengers? Now, I don't know what the challenger team standings look like. We're only going to be seeing the 4 Premier Division games tonight. And then tomorrow it'll be the Premier Division again as well. Oh yeah. Well, he might be in game, so I'm not sure if Nox will respond, but hopefully he will. Maybe afterwards he can come back and look at it. Obviously, first game, that's probably going to be a little bit slow, depending where they dropped. I'm not sure what the map order is either. What happened to Chico? I think he went in the military as well. He was from Knights, right? He was with Goon Squad, easily the best. Okay, now that might be the best name. Best squad? Not sure. I think he was with what, like Spectensa and Coops when that was a team, right? Or something, and then he I'm pretty sure he like went to the military, and then now like he tries to play if he has the time, but I'm not sure if he really has that commitment, right? Chico quit because he was golden ball. Hey man, bro, we see the hairline on me, bro. It's starting to creep up there. We gotta act like I'm not balding as well. Bring my GOAT Alucard back. Now, I wouldn't put GOAT in that conversation, but he did have his pop-off moment in that Americas or whatever, right? It's kind of like, gosh, who was it? Almost like Fate, like way back in the day, you know, where it was like he made that juice, like PMGC run, which that came down. You guys remember that, right? That came down to like a 2-point difference of them versus like another team making it. Why did Bale leave? He just didn't enjoy the game, and I think most people, including myself, a lot of the comp players wanted to we wanted to compete and go to like LAN events, and since COVID happened, it kind of like they had to put that on the back burner for a year, 2 years, and then it's kind of just, you know, you can't wait that whole time and then come back and expect the game to kind of be the same. Fist, thank you for the sub, Chief, appreciate it. What about Xenox? I think he was gonna maybe join one of Coops' teams, and then like the numbers side of it didn't work out. But he pulled like hella numbers. Like Xenox was fucking juicing it over there in EMEA on like TikTok, I think, and stuff. He was doing it right. And then I think he like just didn't qualify or something. Peanut got a Glock, bro. What the hell? The heliante? I don't need to hear that shit. I don't need to hear your crap about this, Peanut. No, but Xenox, I think it was just something like that. Inko and Wolves will dominate the Titan Series lobby. Yeah, that's what we expect. But Wolves, I don't think has Coops anymore, right? So I'm not sure if they really will dominate like they usually do. As for Inko, obviously they should. My eyes as well are going to be on X-Force, kind of where their point total's at. I want to see them next to Wolves at least. Because they did so good in PMGC Grand Final, or not PMGC Grand Final, excuse me, America's Finals. And I think the PMGC points are only finals. Is Clint building the map? I don't know what you mean by that. Are you meaning like the map graphic, or are you meaning like it's taking so damn long and he's doing it by hand like it's Minecraft? Why did Coops leave? I think he just wasn't feeling NA anymore. Maybe it was a numbers thing. I don't think there's that much money here compared to like other regions. Need an NA team to make it out of Americas? Well, we'll technically, right, make it out of Americas with with like the PMGC like points, but like obviously I know what you mean when you say that, is like we want to see a team qualify from NA in like the legitimate fashion. The second one, okay. Yeah, no, like Mike, hey Haley, bro, you gotta admit that was pretty funny on the spot. Yeah, no, we had a remake, Peanut, and we're on a 15-minute delay, but we should be starting in the next like 5 minutes or so. 2am Warrior, thank you for the sub, Chief, appreciate it. All right, chat, bro, bring the OGs back. You're never gonna bring them back. It was Can't Lie, of course. Now, for the most part, like, now I'd personally never compete again. I actually really enjoy commentating and stuff like that. I wish we had maybe a bit more like time in between each game, kind of like PMGC does and stuff like that, and have it where it's more like kind of like an analyst segment, you know, because you know, like obviously I'm one of the only few people that has competed in this game on the English broadcast talent that would you know, that could actually do a pretty good breakdown from a competitive level. But the beauty of it is, thankfully, you know, Neptura and Seven Worlds, Neptura especially, she just does an amazing job because she's done like the YouTube breakdowns, and I've watched her streams when she does it. It's amazing. And Seven Worlds has just been an OG for so long, so it's more like I would love to maybe get into that trio with them and then be able to do even more like an in-depth dive, because Seven Worlds, I mean, love the man to death, of course, but for the most part, when we did our casting, we loved going on the deep dives. Can you agree Bayo's the GOAT and we need him back? Now, Bayo was great. The issue now, which I've said it on broadcasts before, the issue now compared to like back in the day was Bayo was great at like positioning and placement, but the game of PUBG has changed so much now from 2-3 years ago, even from just the fact that you need to play so much more pressured and like forward, so to speak, to where you need to be actively looking for eliminations. You can't be playing for placement. And I think Bayo especially, unfortunately now, you need it to be kind of like it's like you're from Brazil or stuff like that, where your IGL is able to frag as well. And Bayo was never a fragger. And a lot of people in NA weren't really fraggers. We had some crazy heads, right? When's Titan Series starting? It should be in the next 4 minutes or so. Thoughts on Rondo? I want Rondo to be getting updated so we can remove Sandhawk from the competitive pool and put it in here. Or we just have it in as one of the Erangels maybe, and we do like 2 Erangels, 2 Miramars, and then one of Sandhawk and Rondo. But I'd prefer it to be it gets swapped out. Also, I don't know if you guys would appreciate it or not, but I would like the deployable flares in every map. I want to know every map, because I think the car meta gets kind of blocked a bit by it. We haven't seen it yet because Rondo hasn't been played right like that. Removing Sandhawk is just wild. Okay, I understand the love for Sandhawk, guys. I loved it when I played ESL FPP, you know, back in the day when you guys remember ESL tournaments were a thing, but in competitive TPP, it is just not, it's not really the move. They should bring back the old point system for 1 year at least. They should do it where it's like content creators pair up with pros, like CCs, and then you get like 1 or 2 pros, you know, on each squad, and you bring the old point system back so these people play for placement more. Now, I hated Vikendi. I'm gonna be honest. That's a strong word. I'm gonna say it. I hated Vikendi for the most part. Because I just didn't like the way that map was played back in the day. Now it might be good. But I think it's still kind of considered a beta map or something. I think there's a lot of issues still with, you know, Mount Everest and stuff like that. It's kind of a little too sketch, in my opinion, to kind of put it out there as another competitive. And with it being all white, it's kind of like, it's so, you know, it's almost a flashbang when you get into the map, right? It's kind of rough to see. Where'd Tensa go? I think he was part of a team that he was just subbing with, and the whole team got basically hit with like a year comp ban or something. I'd have to have Clint maybe confirm. unfortunately, he wasn't doing anything himself, but per the rulings, it's obvious that, you know, the whole team has to get hit with the slated ruling. So I don't know how they let it stay in beta like that, because he was such a troll. Yeah, I think it was just, you know, they had so much stuff in the pipeline back then. And them making like the map like that is just, it's kind of an interesting thing to really deal with, right? Also as well, it's just like the vehicles weren't, there were, you know, it's a great map for casual. It's just my opinion for comp, it doesn't really have that good of a place. And I mean, just think of it now, guys. Like, imagine you're in a POI and we're in the shotgun meta now. Back then it was the Uzi and the MP5 and stuff, right? Now it's just, you'd be getting destroyed in those POIs, just full slamming. Better than Miramar. I hate that map. Miramar is my favorite map over Erangel. So you and I are complete fucking polar opposites. OGs, remember the goated exit roster. You cannot be bringing that organization's name and goated in the same sentence, okay? Are you meaning like the one with like Killswitch and J and J7 and Polo? That was a goated roster because they had actually performed well. But if we're talking like the angry, juicy one, like we're stretching there a little bit, to say the least. Last time I played with Kenny, I raged because I couldn't see the crosshair. Now that's valid as fuck. Yeah, no. Takes 10 years to drive to zone on Miramar. Oh yeah, well, public play as well is just not it, because you're just fucking driving there and people are off in fucking Narnia and it's a 40-minute game, right? It's not the move. Jay's roster? Okay, thank God. Because the roster... Okay, the only thing I will say, chat, that I was ever jealous of, which, by the way, we should be starting within the next minute or two for the game, so be prepared. The only thing I was ever jealous of was Exec getting... You guys remember those shoes? The Vans shoes or whatever? Oh, man. Those things... so fucking clean, and they had the player names on like the tongue of the shoe. You can flip a car 6 times in one match in Miramar. Oh yeah, well now you see it where, you know, they have all the vehicles from the other maps like combined, so you just see like random stuff like the monster truck and all that, which the monster truck, it's funny to see like for the one time. But I was always a fan of keeping like the vehicles more in that competitive realm, to say the least, or giving it like a skin. EFC was the best NA team. Hey chat, all I'm saying, we had Acer, we had Polo, we had Coops, and we had Spring. Okay, tell me that was the juice. Fuck that. Adder wants to be T1 and get shit on by my teammate. Listen, guys, we keep forgetting that PUBG, anyone can kill anyone. Anyone can eliminate anyone in this game. We're not doing anything crazy out here. It's not like this is a fighting game, you know. Oh, wait a second. Wait a minute. Okay. Wait, I don't think this match counter is right, by the way, Clint, if you're here. Isn't this supposed to be like 13 or something? Or not 13, excuse me. 12, 16. Oh, wait, no. There's another week. I keep forgetting. Literally a game. Yes, we got the game, chat. Okay, is the sound good? I know the plane's kind of scuffed. We'll probably have to wait till gunshots go off and just let me know. Also, shout out AMG, of course. I messaged Clint like last week, or like a few days ago. I'm like, hey, could I viewer party this? Because I saw Red Eyes was doing it. He's like, sure. And he just sent me all like the stuff an hour before, and he sent me screenshots because I was too stupid to work Streamlabs, and here we are. Okay, we have Dark Esports. Who is the Dark hype fan? I know someone in here was saying, let's go Dark. We have 3 teams on Millie. R6. Okay, so we have Freepoint. Can I get a team list name? Let me message Clint. And I get the team lists if you got one. Ooh, and that's a bad zone shift. Okay. Appreciate. Holy shit, man. God. I gotta like clear my throat after that one. Appreciate you because you wanted to watch. Yeah, I think a lot of people like watching this. Especially if it's someone like Sixer Eye or Red Eyes. I know T-Mags was doing this, as well as I think Metalcore. Which, bro, shout out Metalcore and Bella Fox. Them two, they've been doing so much more with like the comp side of stuff. It's amazing. Coop's still there? Okay, that's good. So maybe he hasn't switched, but then again, he might only just be playing this event and then swapping afterwards. Okay, here we go. DBZ Esports, we've got Wolves Esports, CBK, NA, 7th Universe, Dauntless, Inco Gaming, X-Force, Rich Esports, Mazexis Team Entity, Rival 6, Golden Eagles, Noobs Esports, Team Seal, Dark Esports, and SON. So, interesting stuff to see. Robs, okay, I'm pretty sure this guy was like supposed to be really juiced for Valak, so all eyes on him for the most part. I'm surprised we're fighting for fucking Stalber of all things. As well as this being Mazexis doing it. But this doesn't look like the same Mazexis roster from like the beginning of last year, right? Sharing the stream with our fans. Let's go Lions. Hey, shout out Inco Gaming, baby. I heard y'all were low-key frying in this. You guys were frying in the PMCI, right? The Control Invitational. I casted that with Red Eyes, so we're hoping we could see some more magic happen here tonight. Even though it's only 4 games, we know we can still obviously get the action, which, hey, bro, shout out to Seven. If any of you haven't been following him on Instagram, that man's posting highlight reels like it's fucking candy out here left and right, bro. You gotta be tuning in, and that's always the stuff that we want to see, is the action. We don't care for the looting or the comms. We want to see him shooting. Yeah, okay, Haley, yeah. Okay, chat. Who are we rooting for? Obviously, we got Inco. We've got, I'm kind of an X-Force bias fan as well as Wolves. We had a Dark Esports hype earlier. Who are we all rooting for? Actually, QZZ, by the way, on Mazexis. I played some WoWs the other day with him. Really? Interesting. Okay. We'll have to make sure we remember that. Because that dude was fucking juiced, right? That dude was cracked back in the PMSL or whatever. But I think, didn't he, like, get barred from PMSL for a year because he, like, wasn't going to attend the event or something? I want to say it was something weird like that. Mazexis is so buns. Hey, man, we haven't seen the overalls yet, but you might be cooking with that statement. Noobs Esports and Wolves. Okay, chat. Noobs Esports. That's valid. Because they were flipping. They were one of those teams from the Control Invitational, I think. And they qualified literally off of like 2 points or something over another team. The Chinese god. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's the juiced. I want to see X-Force lock in. Well, we're seeing it right now. I mean, obviously, they've got a little bit of a spread. It looks like they're not even going to try to fight, so I don't blame them. I'm not sure what the leaderboard looks like. The nice thing as well, since they landed on the south side, they could just take the gondola, which is low-key the move. Or at least take the Dacia there. I would have taken the Oh, and we're going to ignore the vehicle, I guess, chat. Oh, and we got another gondola. Okay, but I don't think I've ever actually used this since they've incorporated this. KY, Coop switching to, I think he was going to switch to like an EMEA team, but doesn't seem like that's the case yet. He's playing here, so we'll assume he's still planning on playing NA with the squad, because I felt like they could have had him and Juancho working together a lot more, and they could have fucking sauced Americas, but it seemed like they didn't have like that team dynamic right kind of situated yet. Okay, but chat, we gotta bring it up again. Who here actively uses the M16? You know, like, who is voluntarily picking that up? I get it, you're gonna swap it to, like, the M4 or something. But, like, I hated having that as an option. I hated having the M16. Because of PMGC points? Yeah, I guess so, but the problem is X-Force, you know, I want to say is right next to them on PMGC points. Nobody uses the M16. I think they have like the auto attachment, right? Listen, if they could have like the game for peace recoil, oh man, bro, this game would be juiced if they had it where it was like game for peace, where like you're not spraying more than 8 or 10 bullets unless you're really close range. You're pulling out a sniper or DMR, basically like PUC, bro. That game was so juiced. Gibbs' Wash only made for cash scrims. Do they even have cash scrims for NA? I mean, obviously do, but I wonder how often and how much that really even is. Mini's the best. Well, yeah, that's kind of the sad thing, is the Mini's just the better version, right? You can shoot it a little bit faster. Feel like you have less recoil with it. Throw on the 8x you can minimize. We have a knock from Dark on, was that Rival 6? I'd say it's full slam this dude. This is going to be on the south side of Millie, so I don't think they're, yeah, R6, you're not going to fight that. Unlucky this guy doesn't have a fucking English name. This Dark player. What are we going to call him? Pi? That looks like a P. $50 cash grams. Hey, thank you for the sub, A's. Appreciate it. It's really only $40 a day, $50 cash grams. But is that like you're playing 4 games, or is that like a per game thing? And is that like 50 total dollars, or is that 50 per person? I mean, neither number really sounds that good, to be honest, but I can actually single tap it. Well, hey man, the finger usage, we have to keep it PG, but we all know where I was going with that. Oh, W map view. Okay, we have Rich Esports, Inco Gaming's low-key gonna drive into one of these teams on the north and probably just roll them. Wait, is that team Dragon Ball Z, DBZ? That's a juice name. YouTube Juice custom. Wait, Juice? Like the guy from Mad Cat back in the day? Bro, that guy. Hey, I won't speak on it, but that guy, I remember watching his streams. $10 a player. Top 1 gets $10 per player. Interesting. Hey, you say broken, eh? But that money's juiced in other regions. Okay, and we're trolling, getting knocked on our vehicle. That's just for trolling. You guys keep forgetting that. Some people are like more than happy to be playing that and sweating their ass off if they're from like, you know, Latam or Brazil or another region. That's why this game is so popular in other regions, because you can have such a large following and it doesn't cost organizations an arm and a leg to have a team. And unfortunately, it's just NA does not have the followings they should have, because people are weird about mobile games here. They don't want to put up too much. Yeah, that's true. $40 per day. I mean, we're talking 30 days, guys. That's like $1,200. Oh, and that guy is trolling. Oh, man. I'm not sure what the heck we're even doing. OG, thanks for the sub, Chief. I'm not sure what we're doing moving around the rock like that, but not sure if he's going to hit the nade here. His teammates should just chill right on that bush there or something. Wait, was that a fucking black hole? Wait, these nade skins are kind of juiced. Wait, they're both in 1v1s here. Oh! He got him with that. Wow. Ah, nah, bro. We're trolling that one. Bang! Oh, man. And one team loses one 1v1, the other team loses the other. Okay, but is no one going to crop? Oh, wait. The zone went north. So these guys are low-key just stuck here to fight. Oh, come on, bro. Someone going to hit more than just one shot there. We have just Ander. Oh, and we got run over. How many people did Dark keep up with? Just 2? See, this is the problem, is we only have 2 players up. You get the 2 elims, but you're not going to be fine with. Bro took a 1 with utility. Yeah, well, I mean, you're always going to have to take the 1. It's a matter of having a read. If someone plays really passive, maybe you feel like you can get right up close and personal, but A lot of that is more just they looked like they had really poor positioning and understanding of how they should move if someone gets crashed and stuff like that, right? This is going to be all the way up north towards Pachinki, and a 1-for-1, that's not what we want. It looks like it was on rotation, so people really just looking to fight. Oh, this is going to be with Poppy Triste. I forgot he was on his team. I think I'd rather fight than get in the zone. Well, it's the first zones, or first 2 zones, excuse me. Now we're going into zone 3, but you're going to be fighting for eliminations if you're one of those teams, right? You're not going to be allowing teams just to rotate in freely. That's why it's so different now from back in the day. Is you're playing for elims, not placement. Okay, I'm pretty sure this dude's sauce too, right? Yeah. Oh, and we're flipping it. Which, that was good on Noobs Esports. They had one knocked there, right? From, or one of them was knocked by an X-Force player, and then they were able to get one up, so. Now we're seeing all these other teams. X-Force, I think, just... This do or die sign in this field is way too risky of a play. Every team that does this is not going to make it out on top. Like, SON, they're low-key screwed. Whoever that team is on the hill, they're the only real, like, safe squad. But all this to get clapped in global. Well, I mean, you never know until you get to global, right? Unfortunately, it's just the difference between these lobbies and even America's to global is if you have no experience going into globals, or like you have that adaptability of a mindset, it's really hard for you to adapt to the playstyle. That's why globals is so much more different. It's like us from, like, let's say we could take like this Team SEAL squad, for example. This Team SEAL squad, we throw them into the Americas lobby, they're going to struggle a lot, right? Because they're not used to like the full 16 team consistency and doing all this stuff. And then you like kind of just put that on steroids for like America's teams going into PMGC if they've never been international talent. Consistency is still better to go zone. Yeah, but at least for... Oh. Man, Loki getting worked. Wait, that was actually the same team? I'm surprised Wolves is putting so much pressure, but I guess they only have 2 players up. Could be them getting wiped, yeah. Wolves best spot in circle. Wool or X-Force took way too many casualties on rotate. Inca's gonna have a free third party. And I don't even want to bother being up northeast. That looks like it's gonna be a nightmare. Yeah, it's easy to get a few teams on rotation, especially if, like with this zone, if you're set up on that south bridge, right? You probably could have had 4 or 8 elims. Getting into zone is easy. Well, yeah, I think that's Nox. I kind of put it in this like flow chart, like circle thing. For teams that rotate to Millie Island, you have the teams, like you have a phase where everyone goes to the bridge. And then everyone starts dying on the bridge. And then you have everyone that starts swimming. Or like boating. And then when that starts getting just like too congested or whatever, you go back to people camping out in zone. And then if you start getting camped out in zone, then you start rotating to the bridge early. And it's just this vicious cycle that teams do. And you get absolutely screwed over by it. And if you don't know what part of the cycle these teams are in, you're low-key fucked with them. What's the best NA team right now? It's probably Inco Gaming, to be honest. Wolves Esports, obviously, they did pretty well in last Americas, but we have to look at the overalls low-key. I think a consistency factor, I'd be more comfortable with Inco. Wolves probably has that more star factor, which is having Coops and Doran. But how delayed is the stream? So my stream, so me talking obviously is no delay, but the feed that we're watching is on a 15-minute default delay because luckily AMG was happy enough to provide us a feed, but for us to keep competitive integrity, their feed to me has to be delayed. They can't leave it up to me. It's going to be them putting the delay, and I just take it, and I just work with what's on the screen. So I could probably get scores and stuff like that earlier, but there's no point since I wouldn't be able to show you. Looks like Inco Gaming, they went for that third party, and they got low-key rolled. X-Forest pulling up towards it. On the west side of zone, maybe they actually started full sending in. I'm seeing vehicles rotating. Rich Esports, this is with chat or whatever, right? Yeah. Oh my god, it's Nox! Oh my god, Nox! Holy shit, man. Hey, but you're not even top fragging. What's up, chat? We also got the GOAT Clinton here, guys. Okay, is the Premier also like general qualifiers, best of 6? No, I think this is 4 games for each of these days. And it's going to be top 10. So like there's 2 divisions. This is the tier 1, Premier Division's tier 1. And then we've got like the Challengers Division, which is, think of it as like the open tier 2 division. Premier has 16 teams, 10 of them stay up in the Premier to go to Premier Finals. And the bottom 6 from Premier Quals, they get relegated down into Challenger Finals. And that allows this mixing of Challenger teams potentially outplacing in their Challenger Finals the Premier Qualifier teams that didn't make it into that top 10. And if you're in that top 6 range in the Challenger Finals, that will be up to whatever, and you'll be relegated up into the tier 1. So technically, even though we're not going to watch the Challenger Finals, the Challenger Finals, we're not going to be watching the Challenger Qualifiers games, there very well could be one of them that makes it into Premier Finals, and that's the possibility of you qualifying to Americas. Excuse easy cheating, because many people say he's acting. They've got anti-cheat running and stuff like that. I'm not sure how long it takes for rulings and stuff like that to come out. But for the most part, I'm pretty sure it's instantaneous with any of that stuff. I would not be too worried about hacking, especially in this division, because most of these teams are qualified already through previous stuff with anti-cheat running. So, for the most part, we expect them obviously to be pretty solid. GBK, they've got 8 elims. Daisy, the GOAT, has 1. Poker, unfortunately. The GOAT over Nox. He's eliminated, and now Wolves are going right back to this. And this is the problem is they took the same spot Team Seal took, and it's essentially the same exact situation becoming a 2v4. Wolves too smart to realize that it's only a duo. That's the issue as well, is a lot of teams forget that when you slam something, a lot of teams, if they're good, will count how many players are in vehicles. So that slam, they probably got spotted on how many were there, and it's just another free 2v4. Seventh universe, we've got 0 eliminations. Top 8 though, so we're talking placement range. They did get that elim as well. What are the ways to qualify to Premier? PMCI and what else? If you're a partnered team, so like Inco, Wolves, X-Force, I think those 3 off the top of my head are partnered. And I forgot who the other team was and whatnot. Those 3, I know at least are partnered. I think depending on how you place in the Premier Division Finals, I think you get given a slot back. There's obviously the requirements of like keeping X players, I think, and having an X amount of NA player residencies on your team, which I'm surprised 7th Universe is playing it like this. They could have just, I think, full sent down and in. Well, maybe not. They have an Overwatch actually from that guy, but whoever that player was on the far side, I'm surprised it kind of ended up like that, you know, that he didn't have a vehicle or some more support. That's how you know they're trashed in global. Well, I mean, a push is a push. It doesn't matter how they push it. Unfortunately, you're not going to be able to get good practice if you have teams that aren't able to put up the same amount of fight, like, you know, Vampire Esports or like, whatever the, gosh, H was raving about one team. I think they got second place in the World Cup, but no, for the most part, the only thing you can really work on here, if you're a team that wants to go into PMGC, is working on communication and team synergy. You're not going to be able to get good practice on, like, maybe mindset or game plan. That's more of just, you got to be able to adapt in the moment off the experience there. Wolves are farming right now? Oh, yeah, no, they've got 9 elims. This is looking like a Wolves win. Because SON, they're wiped. Team Entity looks like they're going to be wiped if that's the team I think it is. CBK's dead. CBK will make it probably in the top 5. Or at least 6th place. These two teams, if these two teams fight right now, I think Wolves will third party him. What the heck? Wait. Did they full slam into the compound as well? Oh, no. No, no, no. Dark Esports, what are we doing? This slam from Dark Esports should have just been a fight for the mountaintop where Doran is. But I guess they just didn't think it was the same team. Yo, what's good, Max, man? The GOAT himself. The man himself. I'm assuming you're back from Riyadh or whatever. That shit looks so sick, bro. And then fucking Taylor, my GOAT casting. Oh, man. That shit was juice to watch. Wolves farming kills. The problem. Okay, not the problem, but the question is now, so there's 7 more elims? How many more can they really get, though, at this point? They're going to get this one, I think, on the Ander. He's that solo that came from across the bridge, chat. If you remember, they were fighting whatever their face is. And then it was like that more like scuffed whatever. What's up, bro? Nothing much. We're watching Wolves dominate, of course. Playing a classic match, yeah. Back home, editing a video about S2G right now. That's what we love to hear. No, I'm telling you, Max, bro, that guy. Hey, shout out to Reflections, man. That's my GOAT. Him and Seven Worlds both, man. Love him to death. You're thinking 5 more? So this is the qualifier for the main Titan Series Finals. Yeah, so this is going to be going into basically the Premier Division Grand Finals. So that's like our division in NA of like our qualifier to Americas. Now, the beauty of this tournament, Max, is... So we have our 16 teams here, right? If you're bottom 6 in this qualifier for Premier Division, you get put into the Challenger Finals, and you're forced to play those finals, which happened before these Premier Division Finals go on. So you have to re-qualify, basically back up into Premier through those finals, which allows these 10, I think it's like bottom 6 from Premier and top 10 from Challenger qualifiers. They get put in a lobby. And whatever the top 6 is, they get put in back with these Premier teams. So you very well potentially could have a Challenger team qualify to Americas technically. Oh yeah, no, it's amazing. And they both go on at the same time. Obviously, we're only watching Premier, but holy shit, chat. Who said, what was it, 5? I think I said 13. They'd need 1 more elim at least here, which they're definitely going to get at least more than that. Bang! Oh my god. Oh, Baton, please. How did he not get knocked there, by the way? Coops and Dorn, a big farmer? Oh, yeah. Well, he's got to force this one. Unfortunately, he's got the wrong shotgun for it. Coops, though, he cleans up. He gets the 1. But we're talking it's a 2v2 situation. And for Rich Esports, they did get the knock on Coops, so it's really down to just this close range fight. We need to see if the nades connect. One of them gets on a Jachi, and now this is kind of, yeah, Doran's going to dime this. He knows he's probably in between. Yep, the little bank off of it. Oh, and he missed it. You had nades? Bro, Max, it don't matter if they got nades, bro. Some of these people are not the brightest, to say the least. The full swing, and yeah, I mean, we expected Wolves to win that. They had that compound fight from Team Seal. What was it? Like Zone 3? And then they were able to hold both the compound and whatever else. Match rankings. Holy crap. These guys are dropping 20 on game 1. Baton. Yeah, no, we don't talk about that. They still won the games, Antares. Okay, we don't need to weigh in too much on them. Rich Esports, shout out to you. I was not expecting. Botan is a deserved name now. Okay. You guys are, it's game 1, bro. You gotta give some slack for it. You guys are too toxic. SON, they did all right. I mean, 7 points total is not what you want, but it's hard to get points if Wolves gets all the elims. CBK with 10 total. Letdowns, of course, we're looking at Dauntless, Inco, X-Force. I feel bad. I shouted out Inco Gaming because Inco Gaming's official YouTube channel joined in here and said, what's up? And then I said, yeah, no, these guys are going to pop off. And they got eliminated early, unfortunately. So the caster curse is still strong. I'm here to see Wolves. Kayla, put her in. Okay, Kayla, we seeing that last game? Are we seeing that the end of the night? Okay. Oh my goodness, that flipping jump. Wolves went up 6 placements off that, chat. They had 30 points. Off of that, they were at 49 before that. Inco Gaming got just 1 point there. Got his trash and he has accomplishments. But the thing is, if someone has accomplishments, there's always the chance of them being able to come back and be able to perform. Enigma's hate from Fate. Hey, man, it's a love-hate relationship between Fate and I, okay? We each understand it. We each know the two how to tangle. Is there no official stream for this? So there will be an official stream for the Challenger Finals, I believe, and the Premier Division Finals. For these qualifiers, they allow, I believe, content creators, as well as I was able to ask Clint and stuff like that. If you want to, you can viewer party it like I'm doing right now. They gave me a, RTMP link or whatever it is. 15-minute delay from their feed, so I'm just doing no delay on mine, and we just shoot it up and start playing it. Who let Baton run a pump end game? Hey, the Baton, or not the, Jesus Christ, not the Baton, the pump seems way too bait. Okay, chat, we gotta put a note in that. So let's hear. Bottom 6 basically is what we want to focus on it. Let me move my flipping camera. What's the, oh, nah, maybe we should leave that. Maybe we should leave that there. 23. So bottom 6 from that will get relegated from Premier Division qualifiers to Challenger Finals. When is Premier Finals? I'm not sure when it is. I know I think I'm commentating the Challenger Finals. That is going to be the 18th and 19th. The Monday, Tuesday. And then I think the Premier Finals is like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or maybe Saturday, Sunday. We'll have to ask Clint if he's here for the dates and stuff like that. But it's going to be the Challenger Finals first, because we got to see which of those 16 teams, the top 6, get relegated into the Premier Division Finals. And then the Premier Division Finals is to see who qualifies for Americas. Maple, at that point, just take it to the DMs. Yeah, we might be cooking with that one. Okay, but hey, we're all part. I've been a competitive player. I don't mind people going into it. Okay, Clint put it here. The Premier Division Finals, the 20th to the 22nd. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Kaylee, he had the audacity to say that on stream last night. Listen, but it was it his stream, or was it like the, because I don't think he was on any official stream like that before. Welcome. This mother fricker. Hey, shout out to the donation chat. It didn't pop up because this person didn't use my link in stream, but $25 dono from the GOAT Ari. We love to see it. I'm the GOAT. I'm good. Listen, chat. You're gonna say Knox is delusional until one day he somehow makes it to Americas, and then we're gonna say, man. It's like people with like Einstein or whatever back in the day, right? Where it's like, you think he's crazy until it actually like is true or happens, you know? And then it's like, you gotta give it to him. You gotta give it to him. You can't just downplay it. Stream he was playing with. Well, you could say whatever the heck you want on your own streams. I think that's fine. Players could say whatever. That's part of just the competitive nature. You gotta think your shit doesn't stink, and you gotta think everyone else is horrid compared to you. Can't mince words, and obviously keep it a professional nature, but believe me, that's just the tip of the iceberg. You'll get top one in the food competition, bro. Hey, man, if it's chicken, baby. Chicken dinners. Chicken jack. Okay, motherfucker. The first fight in Miramar gonna be spicy. This man dropping on someone? Wait, chat, I low-key need to get like a donut or something, bro. Give me chat, okay. Who here is responsible? Einstein married his cousin. Okay, Red Eyes, you're in charge of chat for the next minute or so. Okay, I need to get a snack. What team are you rooting for? We'll answer this. We're rooting for Inco, Wolves, and X-Force. Those three squads. I'm a doomer on SON just because Leon's playing with them. Hashtag fuck Leon. No hate though. Love and hate with him. Okay. Red Eyes, did you do a good job monitoring the chat? Oh, we're in next game. Oh, we're in next game. Huh? You need a mod? Where's your flipping... Put a dot in chat. Kitty Lover 224 is going to surprise you in Challenger Finals. Nox and Batman being duo partners? Oh, Bama. Would have been better with flipping Batman. As moderator. There, moderator. Let's go game time. Oh, yeah. No, this plane path, by the way, chat. You better hope you're not a Chumacera team. That's all I'm saying. You gotta drop right next to Wolves towards Monty. Hold up. I'm trying to catch up to chat, bro. They might have changed their mind about the person. Oh. Nox, Klaus, Doran, and Remix / Blaze. Best team in NA. Nox, you're really just grasping for straws on that one. Nigma, why are you not a Nox fan? Crazy? Because it's better being a Nox certified hater. Okay? Nox the GOAT, bro. That's your GOAT, bro. Halo the GOAT. Okay, now that one I can get behind. Ari wanting mod. Yeah, no, we're not doing that here, bud. You're gonna have to donate another $50. Oh, wait a second. Oh, wait, everyone got a fucking Winchester. Yeah, he's playing with Wolves in this. I'm not sure if he's gonna stay with them. I'd like to think he would be if he's playing in this fully. Can NA win a global in your opinion? So if we take Wolves Esports, I can expect them to be able to qualify now to a PMGC in a legitimate way. Not just whatever. Like, they were legitimately one game, not even a game's point difference from qualifying to the World Cup, right? So I'd like to think they would be able to do that. Now, unfortunately, there's still a few too many missing pieces, I think, to ever be close to winning a global. But I think that a lot of that would be changed if they could just make it to the global, right? And not just make it off PMGC points, right? I mean, like, you finish like top 5 in your America's tournament to already qualify. Notice the fight? Yeah. No. I think you could... I feel like, Max, you could potentially get, like, right place, right time scenario, right? But that's all kind of just wishful thinking. You got to be able to understand, like... Obviously, like, you and I have watched a million flipping PUBG Mobile games. A lot of it just comes down to, like, how you're able to make the most out of bad games. You can have a good game, but if every other game's 0 points, your average is going to be in the trash. So... I feel like, unfortunately, at the moment now, we have such little people in NA that have actually done global competitions that I have to kind of just try. Oh! Oh my goodness, he got shit on. Wait, don't peek this, man. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait, Nox is low-key. Wait. Well, maybe, but it's a 15-minute delay from my feed from the game. My stream is 0 minutes, but the delay or the stream that they give me, like the feed, is 15 minutes. Holy shit, Daisy fucking shit on that guy. Chat. That guy fucking two-tapped that dude out of the whip. They didn't get the thirst though. The problem is they didn't get the thirst. Now, if they could get... Bad cook, bro. Bad cook. Someone, we gotta pull out the Tensa nade tips video again for these people. Yeah, Tensa made a nade tips video back in there. You don't remember that? That was like when he was on... I think it was when he was on Ghost. Yep. Imagine if Tensa did something. Imagine, bro. That would have been juice. This should be an ad against hot drops. Oh, yeah. Well, this guy, Poker, he's got an M4 and an Uzi. This is like the 2019 meta right here. Oh, we gotta hit those, though. Wait, can we see him through here? No, I don't think so. Bro, these are one of those moments where you're gonna be flipping. That shit's gonna, you're gonna be wearing it like sunglasses, your phone. Oh! Oh, come on, Batman! Oh, man, nice lean. W. Poker, you did him dirty. Nox, you can act like that fight, what happened because of you, that happened because of Daisy, bud. You did not do nothing that fight. That's why you're in chat. Go R6. I love my husband, Sex Flex. Hey, shout out to you, man. Thanks for reminding me I'm single and alone. We killed the #1 team in lobby right now. Inko's got literally like 2 points in 2 games. Wolves, they have a good game here. They pass them the fuck up. Also, chat, you're gonna see me mukbang a fucking chocolate chip muffin. My knock was calculated. Yeah, sure, bud. Oh, Ms. Exus? Wait, 1v4? Got 1 HP on his helmet. He's got to jump. Yeah. Oh, he's taking too long. He's got the reset. Oh! Okay. He's got no med kit, though. It's just bandies. Yep. That's unfortunate. Dark Esports, they kept 4 players up there. I think he will get that reset onto noob, so pretty good. We've got Golden Eagles, I think that's it. They're driving up. Why does this have me dying? Listen, bro, we keep it a buck, okay? It's like we keep it professional, but it's not like we're on the official broadcast, you know, so like I gotta actually meme on people. I don't have to keep it professional. Like, whatever. Yo, I'm making Monster come out of my nose. Oh, man. Hey, bro, you guys remember, though, when Monster was the sponsor? I think, like, 3 or 4 years ago? Oh, man, bro. How cool would it be? Like, a neon Monster sign, guys. Imagine. Now, this is just a shit, like, whatever, like, cloth backdrop. But, like, imagine we have it like Taylor, where it's an actual room setup. Oh, man. Every sponsor just a neon sign. Nah, Monster's good. Depending on the flavor. Like, you choose your flavor. The knock was 100% calculated. Something NA wouldn't understand. Yeah, okay, bro. Bro said we. You mean them. Let's go dark. Hey. We got 2 people now rooting on dark, bro. Oh man, Max, there's no way. When Monster was a sponsor, I did a Monster flavored cake and it was bright green. But I also had a green screen during the show. So I showed an invisible cake. Good times. 10 out of 10 idea. Just unlucky, to say the least. But it's funny because I have my, I have like my green cloth to do a green screen. I don't have it up yet because I just don't want a green screen myself. I usually just let AMG do it because Goalie is a wizard with fucking all their production stuff. Which I don't think you've ever worked with Goalie Max, man. But if you ever get the chance, bro. Oh man, the AMG production stuff is so like... They make it so easy, bro. It's so nice. Oh! Oh, come on, Klaus. This is the guy everyone hypes up. There we go. W. Nice headshot. Really? Nox types more messages than he gets kills. H, you'd be happy to know today. After 4 or 5 years, I finally went to the donut shop here. I finally have gotten my donut. No. Anything for that. My actual hole-in-the-wall donut shop. That was down by the beach. Yep, where it's the lady, it's the mom and the daughter that have worked there the last 20 years at least. We walked right in. Oh, I know who you are. Oh, of course. Oh, no tax? She's like, you want a dozen and a half? I'm like, fuck yeah. 27. Or was it 24? Something like that. 24 bucks or something. Oh man, it was such a steal. I'm about to have that in the morning again. Monsters of Poison is still a daily for me. Hey man, you can consider anything poison because we all go in the ground at the end of it all. I'm not even them, buddy. My man arguing with the wall right now. Okay, but chat, who remembers when I would do the tempo scrims? Watch parties. Or whatever. That's Rob's. I think someone from EU. Yeah, I think he was someone that was like a gamer. He was juiced a bit. I think you're thinking of another EU guy. Why does an X-Force play like Wolves? They almost got same caliber players. It's not a matter of caliber, it's a matter of like mindset. So I think X-Force is a lot more, they like to be more calculated. I know Valak likes trying to IGL the team and let Fate play. Yeah. What the Haley? Okay, that's a steal. I'm stealing that one. You remember when Monica said you couldn't hot drop? Okay. I'll say it like this. Okay. If you were a serious team, you could hot drop another team. Like, when we had our team formed on TT, we fucking hot dropped PK three days in a row. And we took the sand hot drop. Because we were a team that was serious and we told her we're gonna do this. And we don't care. But there was other teams, a lot of teams, that would play either with iPad people back in the day, or they would just blatantly, like, full drive eliminate you, and then just, like, they'd basically, like, suicide after. They would just grief the lobby. So, I didn't mind us, low-key, like, you know, giving temporary, like, suspensions on teams. But then there was, like, the whole drama. The main drama that came from Monica, unfortunately, was the, I think it was, so Sakurai wanted to do like a Trovo League, I think, and then like Monica ended up, or she wanted to do scrims, because she didn't like, the scrims were just scuffed because of your exact reason. I think Max teams were complaining. Because like, so they wanted to do scrims, and then Monica had like a tournament, or it was like vice versa. Like, one of them was doing a tournament and the other one had scrims. And basically, Monica overlapped her dates with Sakumai's. And it basically just created this huge division. Which didn't help when we ran into them in, you know, the airport when we were going to PUC. That was mad funny. No, I told Sakumai, I'm like, hey bro, H and I are chilling. I don't care about your interactions with anyone else. But this man gonna be next to me most of the days. Wildcard Enigma, GG, bro. That's a throwback right there, but someone already said EFC. Max says, I want to be a hot drop team. What is Monica up to these days? I think she's just, well, she's married to her guy or whatever, I think now. They've been married, I think, for a few years. But I'm not sure. I think she's just kind of chilling, doing IRL. I think during COVID, she did, like, TikToks of certain things and like blew up, but I forgot what it was exactly. No mamas. That was what it was. It was volleyball. Like indoor volleyball. Those places are sick, by the way, if you guys have never been there. Red Eye's gotta get back to the commentary. Hey bro, Red Eyes and I were doing the PMCI earlier. We were chilling with that for the most part. My B-Day gifts from PUBG. Hey, bro. Gifts in PUBG, that's the move. I only have one pro on my list. What do you mean, your friends list? Oh! Dragon Ball Z Esports! No, it's not Dragon Ball Z, but we'll act like it is. Oh man, that would be peak. They need to add a soccer mode where it's just you in a buggy. Literally Rocket League almost. No, you know what was my cooking idea? I said it on PMC. I said, I'm needing medkit skins. Make it literally a chicken or something. Or like a meal, like the KFC meal. Nah, and just make it a new animation. Instead of a medkit, it's you like eating. Because they have literally nades, weapons, armor, you know, everything is skinned. Other than medkits. Enigma cast in Spanish, God fucking Denaliga. Oh shit, well, we're fucking canceled now, man. No, if you heard me doing any of that shit, even if I knew Spanish, it would sound the most whitewashed, like you'd be laughing in embarrassment. You devoured that cupcake. It is a fucking chocolate chip muffin. I don't want to hear it. Enigma's gonna be the next big caster. Already the GOAT analyst. Hey, we love talking, baby. You know me. Enigma, hashtag Enigma for PMGC. We get me, Max, 7, and Neptura all together. The analyst desk would be fucking crazy, no? Oh, we gotta get the GOAT. Bro, the problem is there's so many people. Like, we just need to get everyone, bro. Fuck it. Make it like a cruise. Get like 30 of us. Well, I'm the only guy that's been or person that's been a previous pro, but I think a lot of people, like, you can have good analysts still to an extent. Yeah. But I think, I think Valak said it. Last Americas was one of those players, or not players, but like one of the old pros was like a caster for that, or an analyst, I think, that last tournament. Oh, and Wolves is eliminating Robs. Well, you know, maybe it's just a Wolves day today, guys. Who says we win in this match? No one thinking you win in this match, Nox. No one thinking you win. You're not him. You never will be him. You're the first eliminated. 4. Because there was a delay, so he thought like it was gonna be pretty slow on getting games. Well, today and tomorrow. And then I think there's another 8 games next week, and that'll be the finisher. Or something like that, I think. It's nice having someone who played this game actually cast. Yeah, I remember Clint, like, reached out. Because I think he was talking about 6-list. And, like, I just happened to be in call, and he's like, oh, would you want to do it? And I was like, well, I've never done it. I don't think I have the right equipment, and luckily AMG, they gave me enough time with Titan Series, and they actually spotted me, basically, a fucking microphone. They literally just got me 99% of my stuff. Yep, they gave me the fucking trial. This week is last premiere. We have 6 more games total. Okay, so this bottom left here where it says match count, that's wrong then. Best moment from last Titan series? I'm not sure. But no, I remember when I first started casting, a lot of the players enjoyed it because I wasn't afraid to say when something is more just like an unfortunate loss or like an actual mistake, right? Because the go-to is when someone gets eliminated, right, is there's usually a mistake. But a lot of the times, it's usually just another team makes the better play. Or like is expecting a change in this regard. Like if you're taking a 4v4 fight on a hill, maybe they expect the off angle. Maybe they don't. Maybe they understand where the vehicle's pulled up differently. Where the nade utility gets used. What you're doing when you get the knock. If you're going to actually push or if you're going to wait and try to force the other team to overextend. There's a lot of different things that can go down. But if you've never really like been in that competitive mindset, it's hard for you to understand when something is genuinely a mistake and something that's more of just, you know, that other team just made a better play than you. Like we'll see here now as well. I'm kind of going to want to focus on Wolves, even though we probably won't be able to see it unless they get into action. How they push, because I think they're only a 3-man and they have to move up a hillside. But a lot of these teams gotta start moving in. Nonks, get a sub and just keep texting since you're so distracted. Maple, you might be cooking with that one. This man got like a few elims, game 1, game 2. He got rolled by like a Winchester or something, and now he's just we gotta sub him out, bro. Gotta get him out of here. Hand on the shoulder, man. How do we tell him? Comms is still very important. Yeah, no, I think comms is... That's something that a lot of people don't, I think, stress enough. Ooh, holy shit. Rip XP3. That man got fucking firing squatted. I'd like to see us someone maybe work towards Dauntless. I saw a ton of potential, made a smart investment. Yeah, and I've always been very open and honest with AMG with how professional they are. I always try to keep it a buck with things. Hand on the shoulder, man. What are we doing? At that point, go 3-man. You might be kicking. Okay, I think Dark was a team that needed a few extra points, right, chat? I need to start, chat. Whoever, after this game, you guys need to tell me to screenshot match results and overalls. Okay, SON. They're a full 4-man. I think they're gonna get a little... Ooh. I don't know about going to the warehouse. I'd rather just they work towards Dauntless, maybe, even though Wolves has an angle. $100 if Enigma guesses correctly on who wins this match. We're gonna probably say CBK. Because it's the mountains. And if you don't give me the $100, Nox, I'm perma-banning you. Because you guys definitely have the best position. Oh, pretty good zone shift. Luckily, there's no full 4-man team for you guys to deal with on the north side. You're only dealing with solos and duos. Which, that's another thing, cheat chat, you gotta recognize. With so much fighting early on that these teams do, or teams that really just make 4 rotations, if you can recognize what part of the zone they're on, you literally could just walk up to any part of the map you want. A lot of these teams, when they're duo, especially if they're solo, they're never going to play a real position. I didn't say on God. Alright, whoever's my mod in here, fucking ban this, man. Ban this fraud. We need to bring back. Okay, who remembers my Trovo streams? I think it was Nox. I had it where I had a 5-minute ban on points. If you had the stream time points, you know, you could time them out for like 5 minutes, and people literally timed them out for like a day stream. That was way too funny. Where's X-Force Havoc? Not sure. SON full slammed the Dark Esports team and wiped. Looks like they rotated a little early here, though. They needed to have someone overwatching. No one even fucking shooting them, so yeah, they're all dead. Oh, man, I was about to say, he gotta get that knock. Luckily, that Golden Eagles player got him. Or no, maybe it was Poker. I think Poker got the guy. Oh, and he's dead. Think they watched the elimination feed? Yeah, I think they understand now. He's dead. Wolves Esports. We got 12 elims on CBK. I love you, Enigma. Best caster, please shout me out. Om Shah. Shout out to you, brother man. Appreciate it. Much love, of course, from the West Coast. Okay, Nox. We're not going to ignore the stat line here, though, right? I mean, 0 elims. We're eliminated first minute of the game, and yet your team is able to put you in the backpack. I get it if you make it all the way to the end and, you know, you don't get an elim, but going out first and your team running 3-man all day. You're kind of getting smoked. Ooh. Oh, Dorn kind of shit on him there. People always forget about the smoke peak. Put you in the backpack is crazy. It's never crazy if it's true, Haley. That's all I'm saying. Team Seal. This is a team that definitely needs to perform, to say the least. I think they're from what, like the campus championship or something? PMCC or something? Someone will have to confirm. I like their team tag, though. Team Seal. Magic Prince. Goku. And Zaman. Salmon. I love you, Enigma. Best caster in A. Please shout me out. No. Atlas. You want to be like my boy Om Shah over here so badly. Nah, I'm kidding. Appreciate it, of course. Long ass name. Well, yeah, but I mean, you need a tag of some sort, right? Noxa and carry is crazy. That's like saying, oh, I'm the boss and you'll do the work and I'll take all the credit, of course. But then again, if you had Nox as your boss, would you really be working there? You know what I'm saying? Wait, Wolves drove up on him? Okay. Oops, got rolled by Goat Daisy. Oh! Hey, bro, that's a nade! I love your hairline, Enigma. Please shout me out. Yeah, we'll definitely shout you out on that one, Bacon. Don't you worry. The hairline of champions. Some people don't know. They don't know real. Real recognize real. Nice. We got another elim. Is this going to be 16 elims for CBK? What's your favorite team in this lobby? It's probably Inco Gaming right now, as well as Wolves. Obviously, I'm a fan of X-Force as well, but this game is obviously definitely CBK. They're definitely performing very well. Unfortunately, I cannot read the rest of that message, Maple, at the end, but I understand your mindset and frustration. Wolves is wasting a lot of nades, not hitting any here. I understand they're looking for it, but I think at this point they should have just saved it and waited for the zone to close a lot more. Oh, this guy's gonna cuck Wolves. This guy's cucking Wolves here with the nade. This is how it goes, chat. He's gonna get at least one here on the Golden Eagle, this Golden Eagle solo. He's gonna get at least one on Wolves. And at the same time, CBK is gonna get another player. And that'll be it. Never mind. Fuck me then, bruh. We're just gonna have this guy get knocked to zone. Maybe that guy actually gets two then. He gets down to a 1v1. There's one. Yep, the other guy got him. Oh man, Wolves got cheesed. Wow. And he's shooting the body. He's not even playing the game. He's not even playing the game. Hello? This guy's shooting bodies instead of taking the 1v1. Ah, nah, man. Nah. There's no way we're doing that thinking like the game is over or something here. Okay, but this music though, W. 24 points, that's a pretty W game. That's like a quarter of first place right there. Really? Holy shit. I still haven't even loaded the game up. You said beta starts up again tomorrow? I'll probably try to play it tomorrow night then. I gotta do this again tomorrow. Golden Eagles 13, 16 on Wolves. SON, a lot better of a game. Dauntless, not really any points. Wolves, not really any. Unfortunately, chat, that's the other thing too, is even if you get into this top 5 range, if you don't have any eliminations, you're kind of just getting rolled. But yeah, Inco Gaming, we'll move the camera a little for this. 2 points. They've gotten 3 points total, I think, chat. So Wolves is, I think, definitely in first place after this game. He cares more about BMing? Yeah, that's a... Yeah, no, Clint, there's no way we're ignoring another team here. We're never doing that in Americas. Okay, chat, so Wolves Esports, they move up, which... Shout out to, well, put me up here, like I'm like the fucking floating deity or something. Or do I? Oh, I don't think I'm able to cover that, actually. Fuck it, we'll do it like this. Okay, shout out to you guys, Clint, by the way, for adding these numbers on movement up and down. Because we saw in the first game, Wolves went up 6. SON's in 4th. Okay, Leon, not a fraud. Bottom 6 is what we're looking at. So 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11th, and 10th. Wait, was that one too many? 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 11th on down, chat. So Team Entity is chasing Rival 6 for the last one and whatever. Do you like Dauntless Enigma? I like Klaus. I think that's the one with Klaus, right? I like Klaus. But I feel like that team, unfortunately, they're in this weird like rut where I feel like they're still just missing like that one last part that I want to see from them to be able to be considered one of our top teams. It's kind of like SON, but it's a different reason between those two teams. But nonetheless, they're still a team that like obviously is better than our more new squads coming in because we've seen them for the last 2 or 3 years. But it's always still, I feel it's more a mindset thing, whether it's with seriousness or whatever else, to kind of get it understood. Shout out Enigma, of course, bro. We're shouting me out every day of the fucking week, baby. Shout out Atlas. No, he doesn't get one. Who's naming yourself Atlas, buddy? Nah, that doesn't seem too bad of a name. I'd rock if I didn't have Enigma already. Golden Eagles, they moved up. It's pretty good. Rich Esports, they didn't really do that well that game as Exus just struggling. Dark Esports and Noob Esports, which really sucks for Noobs Esports, right, chat? Because they were the team from PMCI that performed pretty well in that lobby. It's just for this, it doesn't seem like they've been able to hang with these other teams, to say the least. I'm gonna go eat, but I'm gonna still watch W. I think Atlas needs a shout out. No. Atlas beat Oops in a 1v1. Where's the video? Video proof. Also, I don't even know people. I don't even know people did 1v1s like that anymore. Do people still do that, chat? Like, do people do like like, you know, 4v4 like WoW rooms or something? Like, I don't feel like people really do that anymore. Holy, I'm not drinking that. I left this kombucha drink. Probably should have back in the fridge. Leave it on my desk. Alright, I'm gonna get something to drink, chat. Alright, who's responsible in chat here? Clint, if you're here, you're in charge of chat for the next 2 minutes, along with HH24. Haunted House 24. Okay, Chad, who's throwing? Who's throwing in here? We're back now. We're back. We're better than ever. Holy shit, I forgot we were up top. DBK with 1 elim. Okay, Chad, who's the 2 teams that got rolled? Dark King is bad. What did I witness? Well, they're still alive, so it can't be too shabby. Where'd you go, Shorty? Not short, man. Noobs. Unlucky. It must have been bad. If we're calling people noobs, must have been bad. Ooh, that's a bad zone shift. Wolves Esports, though? Hey, chat. Let's just say I think they're finishing first. Noobs Esports tied? Feels bad, man. I wanted them to kind of be able to keep turning up. But unfortunately, it doesn't seem like the case. Maybe we were one-hit wonders after all, chat. Feels bad, man. What'd you think of PUBGMOBILE World Cup? I was a little disappointed with our Western teams. But outside of that, I think the event itself was amazing. They're always pretty spectacular with the production and all that. The teams as well. I really like the fact that they tried to show a lot more players having like emotion. Like I think Ralph or whatever was like, you know, like I like seeing like player cams of people getting hype or like talking shit, you know. GBK gonna be first. Notice how we have a lot of screen time, buddy. Just because you're blocking the screen here. Okay? But no, I think World Cup this year probably was a lot better than last year, just from my personal takes of it. It probably was similar for the most part for most people, but I think it was this year, I think it's just always, I'll feel like this year will be better than last year, you know? That like repetitive kind of nature, which is good. You know, you want that, especially for a game that's been going so long. My man loading up the wrong game, buddy. The wrong game. I saw what you got on. How do we tell him? I put like 3 or 4 games last night and I was rage baiting people. It was too good. What do you think about Rondo being replaced by Sandhawk? I've wanted Rondo to take Sandhawk's place ever since they added it to this mobile version. I want Rondo to be updated. I want it to be polished, and I want it to be back into this competitive, or I want it to be in this competitive circuit so Sandhawk can be removed. Because even though we all like Sandhawk, in terms of competitiveness, it is not it. Like Erangel and Miramar, they're competitive because you're able to rotate. You have the early game, mid game, and late game. Sandhawk is just, rotations are pretty scuffed. It's mostly just because it's a smaller map. You don't have many smoke grenades. There's no real uniqueness. And the terrain is pretty horrendous to work with. They adding Rondo with the recall station. They'll probably add a feature to remove the recall. I wouldn't expect them to leave it. The only thing I want them to add maybe to all the maps would be the deployable flares. And obviously like the stun gun and stuff like that, you know. The electric vehicles are sweet. I don't mind. Obviously we don't want the EV zone, right? Dauntless got wiped, yeah. I want my apology letters mailed to me when I make Americas. If you make Americas, bro, I'll be shouting you out in the chat because I don't think I'm casting Grand Finals. I think I'm just casting Challenger Finals, so I'll see if you guys get relegated down or not. Do you prefer Smash points or point system more? That's a good question. I think for like an end of event tournament, like America's Grand Finals final day, PMWC, PMGC, like grand finals. I think the Smash Point is a lot more entertaining, especially if you can have it where you play more than maybe the 6 games, because then you start having that hype of, you know, like who's gonna win the game, right? In terms of a competitive nature, it's very mentally taxing as well, which it's not like that's a bad thing. It's just part of that nature of it all. Especially if they're gonna have Rondo instead of Sandhawk, where there's no real like random map, so to speak. I think Smash Point's great, but in these sorts of events where it's like these qualifiers and stuff like that, I think just the regular points. Enigma W caster, of course, Fate W player. Ah, do it down. Inko Gaming chat, bro. We must have really jinxed Inko because we're about to go 0 for 3 on making it in the top 8 here. They've got to get 3 point, or at least the thirst here. I think they got to get. Rival 6 kind of got a juiced off angle. Oh, never mind. We got shit on. Vital is just him, I guess. Yep, and then Sexflix gets angled out. Ooh, that was almost a W nade. Didn't they just full slam this guy? I guess Bruno's in's coming to do that. Okay, Seven's got the off angle. Wait, where's this guy's teammate? Hey, wait, where's Ander? Oh, don't peek that, please, bro. I want Enigma to viewer party tomorrow too. I will be, as long as nothing else comes up. I think I have some stuff in the morning and midday, but I should be good for the afternoon tomorrow. Let's go, Inko. Hey, there we go, baby. Maybe we just need more support in Inko. Maybe we've all been doomers on Inko. He's got 3 out of 4 elims there, I think. Oh, rip this dude, bro. Again. From Wolves. Oops, surprised that wasn't a knock, but it wouldn't matter if you got the knock. This dude's basically dead. Oh, wait a second. 2 players, 1 HP. That could have been 2 knocks there. Oh, and... Oh! Wait a minute! Oh, we got shit on, but... Nonetheless, we lost. Who was it? Coops? So is the format for PMGC play Titan series, then play PMSL, and then they play group stages? Basically, so you're going to play, instead of PMCO for North America, it's Titan series. You play your Titan series out, whichever teams qualify from NA will move on to Americas, whether it's top 2 or top 3. And then you play in Americas. If you're the top PMGC point team, which I think currently it's really close between Wolves and X-Force, you make it to PMGC at the end of the year. And if you're top 3 or 4 or something, probably something around that, you'll make it as one of our West teams to Americas. But you have to be top 3 or 4 in Americas, and we know none of our NA teams outside of Wolves have really been able to get close like that. So unfortunately, it's just they had that factor of actually having a team make it to PMGC, and then PMGC, it's obviously you play in the group stage, and then either you make it all the way to grand finals or survival stage. That's really. Oh, Nox, man. Wait, are we gonna talk about it, bro? We gonna talk about it, man? First knock, teammate getting eliminated. Oh no, man. You've been talking a big game here, Nox, for your teammates to be picking up the slack. Ooh, this is kind of a juiced angle Baton got, though. Yeah, there will be 1 guaranteed NA team, and then if you want more, that'll have to be essentially through America's qualification. Knox, every time I see your name, you are dead. Oh, you're not wrong. I got the trade. I did my part. You speak a little Arabic, eh? Oh, man. You guys are getting a little crazier. Oop, let me turn on this light, actually. Merry Fishmas, guys. Chicken jockey. Oh man, bro. Inco Gaming low-key been chilling here. I don't know what they're gonna do now. Are they gonna just full slam? They just have the rocks. Those rocks I don't think are really that playable though. I guess they have enough there on that ridge. Kind of surprised. Alum. Ooh, we can't be peeking like that. We got a rock for a reason. Team Seals, pretty good elims right there. X4's best spot in circle. They've got a vehicle as well to make the cross, but the issue is going to be that guy in the shack. Actually finding a mark in the zone. I can teach you more bad words so you can curse at Valak in game. Now that's a move. This guy's as good as dead, unfortunately. Chat, let me know if you're hearing double audio here or not. I want to make sure that it's not doubled, because I had my desktop audio muted. Audio's fine? Okay. We'll leave it on then. It's just I see like 2 audio sources going off from the sound, but if it's not overlapped, then we're good. Okay, full slam, 3 limbs, nice, nice. Look at that, guys. We hold a crash well. I'm surprised they wrapped left though instead of just taking the close building, but then again, that building's pretty horrible. Hola, mi amor, buddy. This is, dude, take that to DMs here, Coops. I don't need to be seeing that in this chat here. My fraud, eliminated early this game. Okay, CBK player, this guy's definitely eliminated as well, I think. Team Seal is definitely, well, I mean, they've got 7 elims. I was going to say, I feel like Team Seals should have had more players up here in this position, but they kind of got their mark already in this game. X-Force knocked to zone. Valak. What are we doing here? We have the compound for a reason with the vehicle. Let's make sure we loot fast and stop being greedy. Especially if we're talking late game, you got to be ready to make the move right on circle shift. Oh, and this guy got shit on. Oh, never mind. I thought that was money. Wait, we don't see him? Wait, hello? Contacts check? That guy was outside the shack, right? Oh, I think we got him. I think we did get him. Okay, or someone got him. Oh, I like this play going left. Oh, he's got to get the double there, though. It wasn't even him that got the knock. Oh, man, that was horrid. He needed to get both those players on Wolves, and he would have been fine. His teammate also, I think, just ran too much in the open on the right. He could have maybe called to go with them, but Wolves, even with the knock, they have their vehicle in, and Juancho's up, so. One smoke. Oh, man, I don't think that's going to be enough, though. Unless Baton gets cheeky with it, I think he might get the knock here. If Baton can get one knock himself here, oh, it's money. No one peeked Juancho either. What? Yeah, this. Well, I don't know about a GG Wolves situation yet. If this. Oh, maybe it is. Oh, no. We played too passive. X-Force needs to be taking that vehicle instead of Valak getting knocked. They need to be taking that and immediately crossing and just trying to have someone on this side. I get it. There was a guy in the shack, but you've held this power spot all game. Now it's just a 1v1v1. I think that Molly was money. Oh. Okay, guys. Wolves win. I think Doran or Juancho doesn't lose this. You get on top of the rock. I like this. Good timing on the heel. He's got a little bit of time to work with to see the guy. Oh, and we got shit on. Oh, no, Juancho. We're getting one tapped. We're getting emoted on. Oh, no, we can't be doing that. No, no, no. We can't be going FBP and letting this guy put one and done into us with the suppressor. Okay, but Team Seal, 20 points. That's pretty solid. X-Force had a lot of flipping elims. 17 total. Wolves, obviously, they had a good count with them losing Coops early on and kind of being in a pretty shit spot in that circle. I think they got a little blessed with the other teams fighting each other instead of focusing them. But they still obviously won some big 1v1s there at the end. CBK, of course, Nox first eliminated. Who would have guessed? Inko, they had a few elims, but the issue, chat, I always say this as well. It doesn't matter if you have 5 or 6 points. If the team next to you is the one that's putting up numbers still, and Wolves has put up double digit every game still. So if you're Inko, you need to at least try to have this last game where you finish in the top 3 with Wolves not reaching even like 6 or 7 points. But for you to say that now at this point in the tournament, it's hard for half these teams that are in the top. X-Force throw, it definitely was a misplay. As soon as they wiped that player on Inko Gaming, they had the vehicles. They needed to, I think, just really get proactive and start moving. Wolves top 1. Well, yeah, they're obviously going to be first. I mean, we're talking they won like 13, 30, and 20 or something on points. I forget the other game, but something like that. And then tomorrow I'll just have it ordered on Amazon. So we should be chilling. Wolves Esports, Juancho is GOAT. Not after that one. Nope. Nope. We don't give him hype. Okay, overall rankings. Dauntless drop. Jeez. Golden Eagles went up. Rich Esports, they got a few points. Unfortunately, this 14, 15, 16th range. I see this as maybe it's just not your skill level of a lobby. As much as I love these 3 teams, it's just the fact of the matter of Maybe they need to go to challengers and get their heads back, you know, screwed on straight, and then come back if they can into Premier Finals. But with that being the third game, it's not looking too hot. We haven't seen too many bright moments out of teams, right? Unfortunately. All right, chat. I'll be back in a sec again. All right, who's responsible in the chat? All right, Haley, you're in charge of chat here, okay? For the next minute or two. I gotta get a drink. Not me. Well, too bad, bud. You didn't say no fast enough. And now the chat, they're running rampant. No, you did an excellent job. I volunteers tribute. Blood thinks they're Katniss Everdeen or something. All right, chat. I think we have one more game, right? That was third game. Are we going back to Erangel? I'd assume so. Viking, thank you for the sub as well. I didn't see that on my feed. Maybe it was when I was gone. I think I've read all of these other ones though. W's, of course. Perhaps another Wolves win, maybe. I mean, that last game was basically a win, right? I mean, they got so many points, right? You can't not chalk it up as basically a win. I think if you get around that 15, 20 point mark, right, you're basically counting that as a win. A win's always great, right? But if you get basically the same amount of points, it's not too shabby. So we're turning the light on, chat, because it's getting a little dark outside. They won in my eyes for real, basically. All right, I know someone asked me in chat, what do you think about explosive bows in competitive? Now, I haven't really seen it too much. I personally don't mind it. I think it's kind of neat. My thing that I personally would like to change just overall would be just like the recoil physics and some stuff. Obviously with mostly like the M4. Let's put shotguns, you know, the DBS back into the crate. We could leave it as is for damage and stuff we put in the crate. The other shotguns, let's either lower ammo or like make the spread a bit harder to knock someone instantly like that. Let's make snipers maybe a one-shot, you know, thirst on an Oct player. I think that'd be juice. Wolves back-to-back second place. Are we going to clutch up or what? Clint, you asked that, but then you got to think of it the other way. Are they going to clutch up or are they just going to have another flipping little butcher? You know, they're going to be the choke artist of NA. You don't want to be the choke artist. The bow arrows can go through walls, which is pretty OP in my opinion. Are you meaning like if I'm hugging a wall, like let's use that Sandhawk compound at the end, for example, that wall, or we saw that Wolves player finish him off. If I'm on that wall and I'm on my face side of it. So this is the wall, this is me, ratting kind of behind it. If I get shot from an arrow from this side, does that hit me? I've never really experimented with the explosive bow. They have to win the next one. I mean, we'd expect them to win one, right? But I think with it being Erangel, they'll probably at least get a lot of eliminations. And if they do perform well and Inko doesn't, I think they'll probably finish first for the qualifiers. And Clint, can you confirm these teams are getting bonus points, right? Off their placement? 10 for first and then all the way down. Hi, doggy. Little rat dog. Rat doggy. Which one did Knox say he was leaving? Game started Toddles, which I think he meant Toodles, but kind of a little interesting of an individual. Not to realize. The explosive damage will hit you. Probably not then. I don't think that's really that fair to say the least. Since nades don't work like that. But we'll have to. I think for the most part it's kind of just whatever. I don't think you'd really be seeing people use an explosive bow like that. Now I was a fan of. We started in Miramar in the last Americas where every player drops in with a regular bow, right? They drop in with a regular bow and maybe a horse or something. And instead of us seeing knife fights, we see bow fights. That'd be kind of lit. Splash damage, yeah. What are you doing? All right, chat. Last game. We're on Erangel. Are we gonna see? Okay, chat. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure in the Titan series and all this stuff, I feel like we've had like a third, if not like a half of the games be military zones. Also, is it just me or is this playing path kind of highlighted, like a white highlight on it? Is that just me? Like, is that new? Am I schizo? Am I seeing shit right now? I'm pretty sure that looks like it's almost highlighted. You're streaming it tomorrow as well? Yeah, we should be, unless I have something personal come up IRL. But I do believe we will be fine tomorrow for it. We'll be good. It'll probably be me. I'm not sure if H or anyone else will be joining again tomorrow. We'll see how it is. But we will be, hopefully, the plan is to viewer party again. Maybe we'll get red eyes or someone, I'm not sure. Obviously, we like doing it with someone. But it's a matter of, obviously, if someone's available and, you know, if they're down to hear me ramble on a bunch. It was highlighted for a while and now it's adjusted. Interesting. I see that now that you mentioned it. I wonder why.
By the way, you could end the game.
End the game! Okay, Eastern Zone. Looks like a pretty good Inko circle. Wolves has a pretty good spot, though usually in these zones, I think they kind of just sit around the south side and bridge camp or, you know, hold a spread play. We've got a hot drop with Mazexis and Rich Esports. up north, and then potentially Team Entity getting close to another squad. Looks like a solo from Noobs Esports landing right next to Team Entity, which I'm surprised they did that. Regardless, it was a fun vibe to watch it with everyone. Oh yeah, no, the vibe's immaculate. That's how we like it. That's how we enjoy it, but I know we'll probably see the Mezexus. Red Eyes, do you know how many people they got doing the observing? Oh, jeez. The observing when they do these viewer parties. Is just one person rocking all this or two? Is this like practice considered for the observing squad? How's AMG cooking with this? Or is this all just like Clint that does this? But when is the finals? I think Clint said the premier finals is the 20th to the 22nd, if I recall, like Thursday to Saturday. And then the finals for challengers, which would be before that, is the 18th and 19th. So 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. If you want to watch both the challenger finals, which will have 6 of these bottom premier teams against the top 10 challenger teams, and then those top 6, whether it's 6 premier and 0 challenger, 5 premier and 1 challenger team, they relegate up to the premier division finals, and then they play that for 3 days. I'd bet it's Flip and Clint, maybe just Clint. God, I almost had a stroke saying that. Sounds good. Yeah, we will be viewer partying tomorrow, hopefully as well. And then it'll be a few day break, I believe. And then we'll be having the Challenger finals into the Premier finals. Which today actually went by pretty quick, I think. Other than the obvious delay we had, the remake, which is about 5 or 10 minutes, I think.
Yeah, Nigma, did you see that TikTok I posted?
No.
Look at it on your phone.
Nah. Bruh. Fucking Peter bought the fucking AI image, bro. That shit's so stupid. Alright, chat. Who's taking last game? Are we on the Clint hype train of Wolves maybe securing a win after 2 back-to-back second places? Come here, you little rat dogs. Okay, Inco versus Rich Esports, a team that they definitely should win against, but they're down a member. Bruno's in off angle, does get the 1, and he does get the revive immediately, but lost in. Ooh, I don't know about this pull-up. Oh my goodness, never mind. My fault, original gangster. Didn't know you had it in you like that. The 1 pepperoni after the nade hit. Good read from 7, but he didn't commit to it. Lost again, making the pump look like it's good, other than obviously when we send baton throw with it. Now it's down to just Bruno's in. McGrellin's not a help in any way, but oh my goodness, he just shit on 2 of them. Oh man, and that's why the S12K chat, that's why it's a better shotgun. Oh man, the 1v4. I don't know if we could really consider it a 1v4. We'll consider at least a 1v3 there, but ooh, that little 180, bro. It's so nice seeing someone turn around, like, you know, right moment, right angle, and it's just they get put down in 1 shot. The 4-piece at least was, yeah, that's juice. There's a difference between a 4-piece and a 1v4 though, right? But he got 3 of them, you know, when it was just him. So we'll count it a 1v4. That last guy though, he was putting in the fucking paint on him for a hot minute there though. He pulled up, got naded the half, put 7 down in 1 shot, and then got Bruno's in, or whoever it was, that other Inco player with one shotgun shot. You know that play? You know what that play reminds me of? Red Eyes, you'll agree immediately. That play reminds me of that that 1v like 3 in Erangel, like that last Erangel or whatever. Of PMCI. Where it was that gosh, what was their team name, man? I don't know how I'm blanking so hard on it right now. But they played and it was in like that Lipovka or whatever. It was like that far whatever spot. And they just got absolutely like, they had the upper, like the man advantage, and they just butchered it. Butchered it. Okay, well now they're holding the compound. Team Seal's trying to make the push. Now, I'm worried about Vitali, because even though he sees all the members of Team Seal basically, there's a Team Entity player that literally could just stop on the hillside behind and shoot him, which it looks like he is going to do that. Gotta get Bruno up. Oh man, see, up, I knew it. He stopped early and ran up about 50, 60 meters. That was a nice play from him. And now, I mean, yeah, it's just a solo. I think if you're Vitali, you need to try to get to your teammates' building ASAP. Bruno's building ASAP. Even though you know there's a team on that side. Because you're never winning on these 2 squads in here. I think he needs to just immediately go for a reset. Oh, nice shot angle from there with the pump, but he's only got so many in it. Oh, goes for the chase, and he actually tagged him up good there. Ooh. Yep, his teammate's giving the call, but we got stalled out a little too much. Doesn't get the elimination either. Wow, he didn't get the knock there with that? That's tragic. That's one of those moments where you feel bad as a comp player not getting. Just seeing it from our side, it's even there at the end as well. He's got to get that one on the re-knock. Does get it, but now we're talking it's just a 1v1 for 15th place. He doesn't hear the guy move a lot after pulling it. He's not going to worry about the nade because he knows it's not going to be a frag. Oh my goodness, the smoke's crazy, and Inco actually wins that. They should have had probably 7 elims here instead of 6, but you can't do anything if the other team comes in and steals. Now we go to X-Force. This is going to be on the far southern edge of the mainland. Oh, this is juice. The sticky bomb. I don't know about pushing in like this, though. This is a little too close for comfort. At least 24Ks has the angle for him. I like the idea of stalling out. Ooh, that was a nice play. Valak purposely left his nade so these guys wouldn't stress about it, and Fate cooked it perfectly to get the guy before he actually moved. And then now it's more of just, I'd honestly be just baiting a utility throw every 5 seconds and wait for their smokes to go out and then push up as a group. Now I forget if there's a shack you can maybe jump on to like come in through the window as a cheeky angle or what, but looks like they're just gonna try to maybe wait for 24Ks to get a knock. Oh yeah, see the smokes. They still got a few. We'll have to wait a bit. Oh, W nade from Fate though. My man weaved it. No one watching the stairs, though, from Rival 6. That's the first mistake. He does get Valak, which... Oh, man. Everyone afraid to push in, and he gets 3 of them. Oh, no. Wait a second. Okay. Let's relax there a bit, guys. 24s. He does clean it up, but everyone needs to be going in when Valak... If Valak is all the way in the room like that, and he's the one getting knocked, there's a problem. If he's getting thirsted. That means no one else went up the stairs. We know it's one guy. You know he's got a shotgun. He's not going to be knocking everyone in one clip. Okay, it's going to take him a few seconds. If you pre-fire, you should have that. Tomorrow, CBK will end top 1. We're going to get max bonus points. Yeah, that's cap, buddy. You guys going to get wiped right here? Is that what we're about to watch? Y'all's funeral, Knox? My man doesn't know what's going on. Which I want to know if... Chat, did we see that last Inca player get thirsted, or are they still alive? I think they're still alive, to be honest.
The fourth one died.
Oh, the 4th one did die? Man. Also, bro. This Transformers outfit, man. I stand by it. That thing is the worst outfit to wear in comp. That thing is so bulky.
I would say it, but I don't know.
My man double cheeked up in the outfit. Oh my goodness. Daisy Loki. I'd say he got shit on, but he kind of shit on Juancho there. Through that small little window angle. 1 for 1. I'm surprised no one on Noobs Esports finished Juancho. But maybe the smoke was in a little bit too awkward of a spot. Now, I mean... Noobs Esports, they had a second guy get knocked from SON being rats across the way. Ooh, man. Wait, where the heck is the rest of Wolves? Wait! How's he getting knocked there and this guy's all the way? Oh, no. Wolves? Baton. How in the heck are you going to be all the way by X-Force and your team is taking a fight with the trio in a compound? Okay, best spot. Okay, no, that ain't Go Gaming guy's still alive. He's ratting in shelter. Best spot. I think I like SON spot the best. But I also think Dauntless, if they just go to the east side of prison, they'll have the safest spot in circle. The south side is going to be a little too congested with all these teams. The south and the west. And obviously the north is just a cluster F because of the road and prison being so hard to really play around. Which I always loved playing around shelter. But the problem is if you're in shelter and you don't actually get those late game shifts, it's so hard to work through stuff because even though you have the flat open terrain, these other teams also have that against you when you start making the rotate away. So it's really do or die on being able to play a position correctly. But we'll see if Noobs Esports could do that. They drove in, taking probably the best bunker spot in the circle. I wouldn't want to be in the centralized spot like where X-Force is kind of trying to take, but you make it work, you make it work. Golden Eagles pulled up on the other one. Nah, maybe Golden Eagles has... Nah, they don't have the better one. We see, yeah, DBZ. This is why that other bunker's really kind of trash to play, is because this other team's able to, like, just full free farm you, and then you have to deal with it all. Luckily, Vitali, he doesn't die. He should be able to kind of just rat it out here. I think if he gets lucky, he still has some left to play. But X-Force, they should have been 4-man here. Them being a 3-man is fine, but I feel like they should have been able to have 4. It really was just they needed to be group pushing. Yep, let's blow that up. Good play from Fate. That means their bunker's not vulnerable for the most part. Or at least you'd expect it to not be. Dauntless, I think, was all the way on the east side, so they're taking units on the team entity. Oh no, there's no way we're playing the shack here, man. We're burning a vehicle and we're ISOing ourselves out in the worst building possible. See, even Fate realized that's why he instantly goes for the tires there. Is because that guy, chat, is basically as good as dead, or you're making him waste at least 3 smoke grenades to cross. All you have to do is just watch the Noobs Esports pull up, and you're golden. Noobs Esports as well might panic and just try to rotate south in this little bowl next to X-Force, which then SON would be taking shots, but... Oh no, we can't be peeking like that though. We're pre-firing not even close to where they're at. Now Noobs Esports, yeah, they have to push this. I think that's a good play. Oh, but 24Ks, he's got the MG. If he could get 2... Oh, they're going to pull right up on him, actually. If he could get both players, he'd actually be salvaging this. Oh, yeah, no. He's kind of chilling. Oh, yeah, no. I think X-Force is about a low-key roll in Noobs Esports here. This is a little bit of a misplay, I think. I think you either just pull right up or you fight for 24K spot on the hill and work back down after. S1 still best spot. Wolves Esports losing heads from Entity and Dauntless. Ooh, man. Low-key rolled. Chat, do you think it's going to be a 7 whoever win this game? 7 Universe, is that their team name? 7th Universe, excuse me. Might be a 7th Universe win here. Because SON, even though they have a lot of their players up, they low-key kind of troll when they're 4-man. They lose players randomly left and right. I don't ever see them really be able to close out games like that. Unless it's like a duo left standing, right? Oh yeah, see 24Ks. He's putting in the fucking deeps right there, baby. Poppy Triste, he's found out as well. They got both players knocked, actually, that were in the poorer position. So now Poppy Triste is shooting. As long as they can get the thirst onto who here? Oh, man. I think X-Force needs to play a little more active there to get those eliminations, but this last player should be good as dead. Okay, we have a hovercraft. I'm surprised we haven't seen more of this in the game. But they've been playing really safe. Only 1 player knocked and 1 elimination. I think if you're 7th Universe, there has to be a world where you get more eliminations throughout this game. I think having this little in this part of the game is a little too concerning of a sign. Especially if we're having a guy like this start to drive up. Okay, double hovercraft. Perfect. Okay, double shootouts. We blow it up. You're obviously not going to push this, but this allows Trunks to get revived. Oh, no. Wait. We're crawling? I think he was in zone on the rock. That's a misplay there. He should be staying, and there should be the comm for Faker, I think, to rotate around. Or Faker says for Skills, who already just blew up the vehicle, to go for the revive, because you know that guy's going to have to run in the open, and either he gets off the reset and knocks him, or Faker gets the knock on the Overwatch angle. There's no reason that guy should be stressing about moving to his teammate's side. And if you are, then it's you not realizing the position you're playing and getting knocked in is just bad. If you get knocked, you should not be in a spot where you feel the need to have to move out into the open like that. This guy, I mean, I guess he's chilling. I'm not sure if he'll make it in the next circle. Looks like X-Force is just going to move south. Or maybe north now. I doubt they try to force into SON. I think this might be a little greedy as well, going for those bodies, but for them, I think it's also another Luck of the situation with SON going south. If that team chose to stay and watch, you'd low-key be screwed. Alright, chat, is this a Wolves win still? I mean, we've got Coops alive, no? Isn't this doable? Low-key might be it. We might be clicking here. Okay. I'm surprised no one crashed him. Yeah, the thing is though, is that sniper tower is kind of just... It's one of those like full send, like, you're not moving when you slam it, right? We know Coops isn't going to be leaving that spot unless he gets really blessed late game. Like if you're a 4-man, you're not wanting to crash that because it's so easy to get shot and it's hard to kind of just do anything from that position. Like if you're SON, the play is kind of like how they did it, where instead of you committing to that sniper tower, you play the outside, and then probably in this circle, if they were 4-man, they could have pulled up on the ridge below it and cleared it out, you know? But the stairs, I think, are on this eastern side towards 7th Universe, towards X-Force. You going up it, as well as having to deal with the people like, you know, are like if there was someone like Coops in the shack or the sniper tower. It's kind of just a little too much to have to deal with. Fate, bruh. What are we doing here, man? Is this an X-Force win? An X-Force W? Winner, winner, chicken dinner? Oh, Fate, we're putting up the big boy numbers, baby. 6 elims. We've got 3 and 2 on the other heads. Valak, of course, with the donut. After I just had a donut this morning. Make it make sense. Got someone with a P90 in the lobby, too. I think that was an SON guy that had it. Pull me up on 24K. Gets knocked. Oh my flipping god. What is that pull up? How did SON make that happen? Oh, I think 7th Universe slammed. Oh, no, they didn't. Wait. What? How did 7th Universe just throw this? Also, Coops was helping out there too. How did they really lose this? SON probably full slams. They might just keep rotating east, which I throw the question mark out now to Dauntless. Who's Robs? I think he's an EU guy. Fate, you could probably give more limelight on that, but I'm surprised Dauntless isn't holding this whole eastern circle as well as the north. I guess they want to just move as a team to look for elims, but it just looks like everyone's going in a circle right now, right? While if you were playing in Americas, you'd probably seeing a lot more teams doing like a 2-2 to make sure their back doesn't get backfilled. Oh, man. Oh, there's 2 MG3s. Oh, we're shooting the ground. Dauntless. Dauntless. This isn't a Golden Eagle situation. There's still other teams in the lobby, man. He's from China? Oh, interesting. Does he speak good good English then? Wait! Wait, he didn't take any more damage after. I thought that guy was going to be knocked. Okay, Wolf, you're trolling. There's got to be a vehicle somewhere for us to take, no? Or at least we prone it out? Shooting crates is crazy in that fight. Ooh! Oops, my goat. Okay, 1v3. Is Coops him? Clint said back-to-back second places. On the Miramar and the Sandhawk, they got second. Is this a W? Or are they the choke artists? He's not. I'm trolling. Yeah, fuck you, Fate. I need someone. Okay, we're never acting fate for a fact check anymore. He's lost my trust. Please 1v3. Oh, I want to see the 1v3. Or else I'm going to say Clint called him choke artist. Coop's still winning his ones. Well, if you're ratting a guy in a sniper tower, I hope you're able to kind of win your one like that, you know? Let's see, they've got 6 elims. If he gets 3 here, he'd have 7 total with 9 as a squad. But he did get the zone, and he has utility. If Dart doesn't get small hit markers, then it's a Dauntless one. I mean, I'm interested in seeing how Dauntless plays this because I think Coops has the better position. Because after this, we're talking it's stage 9. And it's basically ending on that ridge that Coops is looking at. More to the right, of course, towards like XP3. Like just to the right of this tree, almost where the shade's at. If you can kind of imagine that. That's where the circle is going to be closing. So if Coops is able to get maybe 1 knock, like on this off angle, whoever that is. If he can get the knock on Blaze, and then a nade knock while zone closes, he's down to a 1v1. He needs to get 1 knock here and then a nade as a follow-up. So driving here, I think, is the biggest no-no that Dauntless could be doing. Or peeking him. You want to just be waiting. As long as... Oh, no, man. Oh, no, man. Not like this. That was a W molly, though. Shout out to Shoo Shoo. That was a beautiful molly, and he followed it up with another one. Okay, W transition as well, chat. We peep. That was kind of tragic. Okay, but second after, who remembers, what was their points in game 1? What did they do game 1? Of course they wouldn't push. I mean, you got the utility. Maxman's happy to see that if he's still here. Instead of someone pushing in like a headless chicken, to say the least. Dauntless, though, I mean, 21 points. That's a pretty good game. I've been harping on them, so they're making me eat my words. They move up definitely off that. SON, they had a pretty solid game outside of their previous ones, because the previous ones were more like 2 and 3 in the point eliminations. This one's 5 and 6. X-Force, really good elimination count, just didn't get into that top 3 range. Unfortunately, Inko as well. They had 7 eliminations, chat, so they were able to stay up there. CBK, Nox carried today. No hype for Nox. Hashtag certified hater. X-Force and Dauntless moved back up after that, after their maybe more poorer performances. But Wolves, an 18-point lead. They had 3 second place finishes out of 4 today. So we'll say Clint's calling him a choke artist when it's really me saying that. Hashtag certified hater, you know it. And then the bottom half, I mean, we're looking at 11th place really, chat. That 10th, 11th marker is the cutoff between staying in Premier for finals or getting relegated to Challenger finals. That's a 3-point difference. Dark Esports, Mizexus, Noobs. Unfortunately, just like I said, it's kind of just a difference in level. Same thing with obviously 9th place. 76 to 54 is a big drop off. But that's basically it, chat. I was pretty happy today with the viewer party. Shout out, of course, to Clint for doing all the shout outs on socials for me. Shout out to Inko, of course, and all of you guys in chat. That was the last game, Golden. So they only do 4 a day. It's 2 Erangels, a Sandhawk, and a Miramar, with just Erangel, Miramar, Sandhawk, and then finishing on Erangel. Yeah, we're going to see tomorrow. I should be doing it. If anything comes up, I'll probably just post. If I'm not live, just know it's probably something IRL that I have to deal with. But for the most part, yeah, no, we will be viewer partying again tomorrow. That will be the last day of the Premier Challenger Finals, I believe. We will confirm. We will also probably have confirmation for whatever. On like the teams, obviously I can't announce like if it's confirmed or not, you know. They obviously usually do that on their back end on confirming which bottom teams will be you know, relegated down, but we'll get you the dates and all that for you guys tomorrow. I'll probably pin it in the message, kind of like I did today. I'll make that message a lot longer to give more info. Everyone make sure to thank Clint, of course, as well. AMG for allowing me to do this. But obviously I think you guys enjoyed it a lot, so maybe we'll try to do this more often. I'm not sure if we want to do it for just NA stuff, or if we want to maybe try to do like Western region, you know, like America's teams. But that's basically it for the most part, chat. We're gonna be ending the stream. Much love, of course, and see you guys.